You are now listening to the sounds of Dr. B's Spot, a production of Bowden Enterprise Services, LLC. Join the podcast where love and life topics are discussed surrounding spiritual connection, relationships, finance, and becoming a better you through elevation. And now, here's your host, spiritual advisor and behavioral health clinician, Dr. B.
Welcome back to another session of Dr. B's Spot, Love and Life. I'm your host, your spiritualist, your therapist, Dr. B. We are back in business and back in action. Thank you for joining me on today. It's always a pleasure that you drop by to listen in. And then please don't forget to follow, like, comment, share all of my content. I really appreciate it. At this time, we're going to discuss something that annoys some people, even at times myself. Are you ready? Topic of the week is called Copying is a Form of Flattery, but it will not bring you my blessings. I want you to understand that you have a uniqueness about yourself that cannot be penetrated or duplicated. People will try to use you for your gains and infiltrate on those things, but you are individually made in a way that will override what the enemy is trying to do. Someone cannot have the power to take from you and logically think that they can get ahead or beat you at what you were destined for. They don't know where you came from, such as your past experiences that brought you to your present and rising towards your future. You should be humble and meek. Know all things work together for the good. If you stand and know who you have favor from, your creator, your walk with truth will speak for itself. You don't have to prove anything to anybody because your gift of light will shine through. After all, to whom much is given, much is required. That's from Luke chapter 12, verse 48. Know thyself. The work that you put in is what you'll get out of it. Have you ever noticed that you being a chosen vessel of the Most High, that people want to be close to you over excessively or either too jealous or envious, that by afar they watch from a distance, never to compliment, but to copy you like a blueprint. But on this day, I want you to say, on this day, I want you to listen in. No one can steal your gifts or blessings. They want your oil. Your oil was designed by a higher power that can never be penetrated. Remember, oil is a protective coating for friction, spills, liquids, etc. Do you get where I'm going with this? When you are called, you are chosen. They say many are called, but a few are chosen. If you are chosen, there are no worries about enough room at the top because the power of the mind can shift and catapult you in a new direction. As a visionary, just when they think they have caught wind of how you move, you are given glory to redirect and excel. Your manifestation is your purpose. In your darkest hour and your early risings of exalt, it doesn't matter how hard you shift, you still float. It doesn't matter if you trip, you didn't fall. It doesn't matter if you stuttered, but when you slowed down and you were able to articulate precisely on what you want to say, no one can steal your shine. No one can take your oil. By nature, I personally move different. By design, it's embedded that I'm original of the craft that I create. I'm a Pisces, a creative being. We are known to be this way in this walk of life, not negating the fact of other signs who have gifts as well. Sometimes I may give my sign a shout out from time to time. No harm in representing who you are. I have seen and continue to see copycat antics, and it doesn't dissuade me from my position that I've been called to do. Inspiration comes in many forms, but think about how can you master your own lane. If the creator above put you here on earth to create and you are lackluster, then you are wasting time and not living your true purpose. Sometimes people of different walks can inspire you, and you can take lessons from those instances. But when you come to produce and create it, it should look different. It should sound different. It should feel different. You cultivate it to make it your own. Your work and your skills should no way ever look just like mine. My blueprint should not be my blueprint should not be identical to your blueprint. Do you get what I'm saying? There were instances where I could recognize my work from a mile away, whether it was my intellectual or physical property, and they have the audacity to act like they created it. Give me my dues, give me my credit. That's all I'm saying. Now, if I gifted you my craft, that was within sincerity, which means I transferred my rights to you, giving you permission through my copyright to use at your will. But in other instances, some people will violate your trust and try to overtake what you are giving freely and monetize your worth for their gains. That could mean self-satisfaction, assurity, greed, attention, fame, or fortune that they're seeking. So, I want to give some words of advice. Don't take it personally. It's not about you, it's about them. They're the ones who are insecure and unoriginal. Don't engage with them. The more attention you give them, the more they'll do it. Focus on your own work. Keep doing what you're doing and don't let them distract you. Celebrate your successes. When you achieve something, take time to celebrate your accomplishments. This will help you to stay motivated and focus on your own path. Remember, no one can steal your shine. No one can take your oil. Copying is not a form of flattery. It's a form of disrespect, dishonesty, and limitation. If you're constantly copying other people, you're never going to reach your full potential. So, if you're a copycat, I encourage you to start developing your own unique voice and style. Be original and be yourself. The world needs more of you. If you think that you can fly off of someone's coattails because there was a piece of inspiration or upliftment, how far do you think you'll actually get from the gas tank that you helped fill up? So now, from personal experience, I've learned to smile and say, may peace and blessings be upon you. We already know the outcome and how it ends. At the end of the day, don't worry about people. You have a self-guiding light to shine. One thing to know is how to move. And I know you know how to do it. And on how you execute your life direction. It doesn't take skill, but it does take skill for you to master these steps. When you step into a position, there's no one, nowhere that can remove you from your post and the destination of where you're going. So I say that to say this. Keep reinventing yourself and being an originator, not a follower. Step into leadership with a clear focus and direction. If you know where you're going, you don't have to stop and ask anyone how to get there. Be blessed with less stress. Much love, Dr. B.
Join us next time at Dr. B's Spot, where we dive into the real deal of love and life by tapping into your body, mind, and spirit. Don't forget to like, rate, and comment on each podcast that we drop. For all upcoming shows, reach Dr. B and all she has to offer on BowdenEnterprise.com and social media outlets under the moniker Bowden Enterprise Services. Peace and blessings to you and yours. We are out.